We're here to witness this joyous event, but we are just witnesses, aren't we? Because really, this is a celebration of their marriage. So if you don't mind, you can listen in while I talk to them. Nikki, I've known you for many years, and not quite that long, but you've matured into a fine young couple. Truly, this is a happy occasion because God has provided it. God provided the marriage arrangement originally, way back in the Garden of Eden. Adam, he was created, and he was planted there in the Garden of Eden, and he was told to fill the earth and subdue it. But he was alone. How was he going to fulfill that commission that Jehovah gave him? Well, Jehovah did not let things go by without making sure that his purpose would be fulfilled. Genesis chapter 2 describes the events that Jehovah God caused to occur. And in verse 18, we read, it says, "And Jehovah God went on to say, It is not good for the man to continue by himself. I am going to make a helper for him as a complement of him." So Adam was given a complement, a helper, to help him fulfill his God-given commission. Jehovah took a rib and he fashioned it. We can look at that in verses 21 and 22. He fashioned it into a woman. It says, "Hence Jehovah God had a deep sleep fall upon the man, and while he was sleeping, he took one of his ribs and then closed up the flesh over its place. And Jehovah God proceeded to build the rib that he had taken from the man into a woman and to bring her to the man." So Jehovah knew that Adam needed a complement, a helper, to help him fulfill the commission to fill the earth and subdue it. And so Jehovah fashioned a rib and created the woman. And this is the first recorded marriage ceremony, Jehovah God himself presiding over it. And verse 23 shows Jehovah really loved Eve. He said, "At last, bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh." And don't you want Mike to think of you that way, even today? I'm sure he does. And as time goes by, you want him to be thinking of you that way forever. See, and your marriage can be like that. See, and that's how Jehovah wants us. See, if we read verse 24 of Genesis chapter 2, it says, "That is why a man will leave his father and his mother, and he must stick to his wife, and they must become one flesh." So this act of marriage, you're setting up your own family now. And Mike, you're taking the lead, and you're leaving your parents. Nikki, you're leaving yours, to stick together. And just as it's described in the Bible, you want your marriage to be one flesh. You want it to be that close of a relationship that will last forever. And it's been said that marriage really is a 50-50 arrangement. Well, that's not quite true, see, because that just means you only give half. See, marriage really is a 100-100 arrangement. You've got to give your all, everything you have, into the marriage arrangement to make it work. And by doing that, Jehovah will bless your efforts, and you will have a happy, long-lasting marriage. For a truly strong marriage, God must be included and put first in your life. And that's really critical, isn't it? And his advice needs to be followed by both of you. You two together, as one flesh, as one family now, need to apply God's counsel together. See, it's like a cord. It's like a rope. See, it's got two cords, Mike and Nikki. Okay, but for a really strong rope, you add that third intertwined cord. See, that's Jehovah. And that's brought out for us in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9.